Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to part two of Rafael Bazooka Limon versus Bobby Chacon. I finally know how to say his name right, Chacon, not Chacon. We're picking up in round 8. I guess as we go through it, we'll talk about what we noticed in the first part. But one of the things that Bobby Chacon has done very well is land his right hand. Now, Limon, I think, has controlled and won most of the rounds except for one of the rounds. I think it was the fourth or fifth round where he really got hit with the right hand. Something we're going to watch out for, and we watched out for in the first part, which is Bobby Chacon, when he throws a lead right hand, he steps in square and sometimes southpaw. So you see him right there. He stepped in with that right foot as he threw that lead right. Here he didn't really square too much or step in southpaw, but we'll see other instances where he does do that. So we'll pay attention for that. I talked about Limon's stiff jab. He worked it very well in this fight so far, and I really like what he's doing with it. Here Limon's on the ropes. Chacon getting off a little bit. And there's that George Foreman-esque body shot from Limon. He winds it up from behind his back and lets it go. There we go. Okay, this is something we talked about in the first part. I'm going to move this over here just so we could see his footwork. Now this is something Julio Cesar Chavez did. This is something that Canelo, if you watch the Canelo versus Crawford fight, Canelo did this maybe only 2 times, but he didn't do it too much in the fight. Julio Cesar Chavez, he did it a lot more against southpaws and orthodox fighters, but against southpaws especially. Bobby Chacon is doing it here, and that is stepping in or stepping through with the lead right hand. So he throws the right hand, and with the right foot, he's going to step in either square, so he'll stop it beside his left foot, or in this case, he's going to step all the way through, and he's going to turn into a southpaw. Now, this is something that I've seen also Floyd Mayweather do against southpaws, and another guy from the UK, Terry Marsh, the fighting fireman, he did this against southpaw too, but you step in with your lead right and you turn into a southpaw, and it sets up your left hook a little bit better. You get a little bit better with the left hook, and then you could get the right uppercut also to work. Now this is dangerous because if the opponent is smart or catching on to what you're doing, they're going to counter you. They're going to step away and counter you with their southpaw left uppercut, or the left hand, which we're going to see right here. So here Chacon did this. He stepped in, and watch what Limon does. Goes right away with the left to the body, and then falls up with the right uppercut. All right. Now, also in the first part, Chacon did this, and I said if Limon times him, he's going to knock him down, and he did. I forgot which round it was, but he did knock him down in the first round after this same move, but he threw a left, I believe, to the head instead of a left to the body. So this move is pretty dangerous. It's a risky move. I thought Canelo was going to do a little bit more of it against Crawford, but I think Crawford is too smart. He would have definitely picked him off if he did it too often, so we didn't really get to see the result of that. But I think it's a good move against the southpaw. The best to do it, in my opinion, is Julio Cesar Chavez, because he didn't really throw a hard right hand. Like here, he kind of just threw a pawing right hand in the face of his opponent, and then used that as time to kind of step forward, and then he did other things. And also when he stepped through with that right, he would get low, so if something came, he would get out the way. But here Chacon gets hit twice. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of this move against the southpaw. I really liked how Chavez used it. He used to really cut off the distance between him and southpaws, especially against Hector Camacho. So let me know what you think of that. There's Limon going to the body a little bit more. There he's going to the body. There's that jab from him. We were talking about this in the first part, where when Chacon would throw the lead right hand, or in this case with the jab, but Limon is keeping an eye from when Chacon attacks, and instead of waiting for him to attack, he's throwing that stiff jab of his right on the chin. And I said this before, Limon is still getting hit by that lead right hand or the jab, but because he is landing his jab first, the punch that's landing on him isn't as powerful as it would be if he didn't throw that jab, so he's really snapping Chacon's head back. So you could see the different effects of each punch. Chacon's head kind of turns and snaps back. Limon kind of just takes it on the chin because it's not a full powerful punch. We'll see when he does it against the right hand of Chacon. That was a nice jab by Chacon going over the jab of Limon. Nice counter jab right there. There you could see the effect of getting hit with a full powerful jab, his head kind of moving back. I like when Limon kind of pops his jab out like that, just flicks it out a couple of times. I really like that part, how he uses his jab when he does that. Now they're going to slug it out, it seems. Nice uppercut by Limon. That's a nice uppercut. Not sure if it landed. Maybe not. I kind of lost the uppercut right about here. I don't know where it went, like right there. I can't see it until this frame right here. I'm not sure. The camera quality isn't the best, so we got to do what we got to work with what we got. Now, Chacon did good when Limon was on the ropes, I believe 4th and 5th round, and he was hitting him with right hands, but Limon seems to go on back to the ropes, but comes back to the middle of the ring right away, not staying there for too long. I got him in control of this fight more than Chacon. And there's that stepping through with the right hand again. Let's see that. So he steps through with the right hand, lands it pretty well. Watch his right leg, Chacon. He's going to step through after the right hand. And then right here, Limon is going to come back with the left to the body. Okay? So Chacon is landing his straight right, but he is getting countered with that left hand after he throws it. And sometimes he's getting hit with the jab before he can even get off with the right hand. So we're going to see which one does better. Is his right hand going to be more effective, or is Limon's counter going to be more troublesome for him? Let's see how he reacts to that body shot. So he's going to went to the body with it, went to the head, and you see he backs up from that body shot. So both fighters are landing. Limon the counter, Chacon the lead right. I just want to know who's going to be more effective with their punch. Nice jab by Limon. Nice jab again. Like I said, he doesn't have a quick jab, but he has a nice stiff jab, a nice powerful jab. Here he is throwing punches from all angles, up and around and down and straight. Something I talked in the combination lesson 2 weeks ago, I believe, is you don't want to throw punches on the same plane where your opponent can get away from them. You want to throw from all angles so they get caught in a web of punches, basically. And Limon is doing that very well right there when he was on the ropes. Now let's see how Limon went on the ropes from here. So Limon was doing good work. Now Chacon's going to throw that lead right, and he's going to step through with it. And then Limon's going to step to the left, and Chacon's going to throw a quick right hand, and then Limon's going to back up to the ropes. This is where I have Chacon winning most of his points, is when Limon is against the ropes. He's not the best counter puncher on the ropes. Like right there, that's not a good look for Limon. When Limon is in the middle of the ring, or both fighters are in the middle of the ring, I think Limon has the better of it. But when Chacon had, nice jab right there. When Chacon has him against the ropes, Limon doesn't have the best defense over there. And this is what I was saying about the lead right. So we saw Limon counter the lead right after Chacon threw it a couple minutes ago or a couple seconds ago. And now he times him before he even gets off the right hand. He's going to hit him with the jab, snap his head back. And like I said, Chacon's right hand still manages to land because he's still committing to it. But it's not nearly as effective as it would have been if Limon did not throw his jab. So I like that stiff jab for those purposes, when you want to really catch someone right before they attack, or right when they're about to throw a big punch. And that's it for round 8. Going into round 9. Nice stiff jab from Limon again. Nice jab again. Chacon went over his jab well. Limon comes back with a left hand. I really like that left hand from Limon. I talked about it a little bit in the first part. I like how he swings it from behind his ear, basically. You kind of, boom. He didn't really land it clean here, but he does land it at times. Nice jab to the body and to the head by Limon. Double hook, body, head by Limon. I think Limon is doing really good in the middle of the ring. I would like to see him put Chacon on against the ropes a little bit more and work there too, but he's doing very well in the middle of the ring, I believe. Let's see what Chacon does here. He's going to step through with that right hand again. Steps through with that, so throws a lead right, steps through, and comes up with that left hand. Limon did not counter him there, gets hit with the left hook. Nice body shot by Chacon. This is something I talk about in the Arturo Gatti versus Mickey Ward fight. Now this isn't as nearly as, it's not completely the same, but Arturo Gatti was doing this too, where he would be up close and there would be no reason for him to back up. Like here, Chacon has no reason to back up, but he's just going to jump out and get back in the middle of the ring. But most of his best work is when he has Bazooka on the rope, so I'm not sure why he's moving in the middle of the ring when he has the lesser reach and the lesser height. I guess he thinks that right hand is going to keep working for him. It might. I don't remember what happens at the end of the fight. There's that right hand again. And like I said, if Limon was awake right here, right about here, if he could have thrown a left uppercut to the body, a left hand to the head, I think it would have done a lot of damage because Chacon is easily moving in and out without any consequences right there. Before he was timed a little bit better. Missed uppercut, nice jab. That's something I like doing and I like seeing people do. I was watching Mike McCollum versus Roy Jones when Mike McCollum was old. When you miss a lead uppercut or a lead hook, right? Don't just stay there, jump back in with a jab, boom. Your opponent isn't really ready for it because you just missed a big punch. They're going to think you need a little bit more time. But if you come back with a jab right away, you'll catch them off guard. There's a left hand by Limon. Nice elbow by Limon. Nice right uppercut by Chacon. I like how their names rhyme, so every time I say both their names, it's a nice rhyme. There's a nice long uppercut. This is something I've talked about a lot before, is the uppercut. There's two types of uppercuts. When you guys are head to head, really, really close, you want to throw the uppercut where it's short and coming up. When you guys are a little bit farther, maybe close distance, but maybe more middle distance, you want to feed them your uppercut. So it's almost like a straight right hand, but it's palm up. So it's still an uppercut, but you feed it to them and you throw it long. And that was very well delivered from Chacon. Nice right hand there by Chacon also. I got a slight feeling that Chacon might come in a little bit stronger in the later rounds, but I want to see how Limon does also. That's okay. So in the beginning of the fight up until now, I haven't really seen Chacon go over the top or over the jab of Limon. I've seen him doing this once in the beginning of the 8th round, I guess, or I think. But right here, he's doing really good by coming over the top of Limon's jab. So boom, boom, boom. Very, very, very good. Don't think he did this in the beginning of the fight. I only saw him do it once before. But look how well that works for him. This is a common move against a southpaw, or a southpaw does it to an orthodox fighter, but I like how Chacon just started doing it a little bit more. And there he is stepping in with that right hand again. So here, right hand, step in, boom, follow up with the left hook. I said last on the part 1 study I want to see if Chacon and Chavez Sr. train together or something, because they do a lot of the similar movements, especially with that lead right hand step through with the right foot. And like I said, this is where Chacon does his best work in the fight, landing those right hands against Limon when Limon doesn't have any defense there. But then he moves back and lets Limon back in the middle of the ring. Not sure why he's doing that. And there's Limon coming in with those big punches. Now, if you have the volume up, I don't have the volume on, of course, but the crowd is cheering they're screaming their lungs out, because these guys are fighting. They're not boxing. And there Limon has Chacon on the nice combinations. So the combinations of angles, I like Limon. That was a nice right hand. The straight right hands or the straight backhand, I like Chacon in this fight so far. That was a nice right hand. Backed him up with that one. Let's see what happens. I got Chacon solving Limon a little bit more in this fight, or in this round. He's done a lot better than previous rounds. Nice right hand. That's giving Limon a lot of trouble, that right hand. Limon has to stay in the middle of the ring, but he likes fighting. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Look at that guy in the yellow. That guy has money on the fight. Boom. Boom. Nice right to the body. Nice right to the head. Left, right. Round is over. I'm going to take a sip of some juice. Look at the crowd. The crazy thing is, this isn't a 12-round fight. This is a 15-rounder, I believe. Up until round 8, or up until round 9, I had given Limon most of the rounds, but I think Chacon just started figuring him out a little bit more than before, especially with that jab over the top. I like how he's going to the body with the straight right also. Like right there, he threw kind of an uppercut and then going up to the head again. There's a jab over Limon's jab. There's that jab again over the top of the jab of Limon. Limon has to keep the fight in the middle of the ring. Nice jab by Limon. He has to gain control of the fight again with his jab and then start countering again and attacking Chacon in spurts to keep control of this fight. Nice jab by Chacon. I like how he's starting to mix his punches. See, he went head, body, head again. He's doing really good with that. He's not just throwing to the head anymore. He's mixing it up. Nice right hand by Chacon. A couple rounds before, in the 8th round, I had... Oh, there it is. I thought Chacon was getting a little bit more tired, but here he looks a little bit more alive. And there it is when he steps through with that right foot again. Like I said, this move, it gives you the reach to really connect with your opponent, with your southpaw opponent. But the drawback is if they catch you when you step forward with that right foot and your foot's off the ground right there and you get caught with the left hand, well, you're off balance because your feet are either going to be in the air or side by side when you get caught and you're not ready to take a punch. So this is the second time this has happened in the fight. The first time, I believe it was the 5th or 6th round maybe, and here in round 10, boom. That looks like a nose breaker punch. Nice right uppercut by Limon. Chacon backing up a little bit, clearing his head. Nice move, not staying in there. Now he's coming back for more. Limon going to the body. Chacon does have the better defense when he has his back on the ropes. Oh, he got caught right there with some uppercuts and oh. Damn. Oh. I think he broke his nose because he keeps touching his nose. He either thinks it's broken or the nose is broken. When you see a fighter keep touching a spot they got hit on, especially the nose, they think something is wrong. And they keep touching it just to make sure it's still there. Like you see right there, he's playing with his nose. Nice uppercut by Limon. Limon, if he threw some stiff jabs at this moment, I think he would do very well. Like, he needs to step in with some hard jabs to really hit Chacon on the nose and make him kind of calm down a little bit so he could regain control. Nice left hand. There's that lead right again from Chacon. He's still throwing the same move. Hasn't learned his lesson from the 2 knockdowns. There he goes again with that. Nice counter to the body by Limon. Nice uppercuts when Chacon stepped through with that right hand at the end right there. Round 11. Nice left hook by Chacon. Ooh, nice right hand. I don't know why Chacon keeps backing up though. He's only been caught as he comes in, not necessarily when he's in close. So he gets in, he lands punches, and then he backs up and tries to work his way in again, and that's when he gets caught. So I'm not sure why he's doing that. Nice left hand by Limon. Nice right hand by Chacon. Yeah, I could keep saying this the whole fight. The whole rest of the fight. Nice punch by this guy, nice punch by that guy. Nice jab right there, actually. So I really like how Chacon kind of addressed that jab of Limon's, and now he's going over the top with the counter, or at the same time, but he's going over the top of his jab. Sorry. Because Limon commits with his jab, so he's not going to fake it. So when he throws it, you know that he really threw it, and then you could counter with your own because he's going to drop his hand after. Nice jab by Limon. Back him up. Nice body shot. Oh, nice shots. See, he backs up again, Chacon. Backs up again. Now he's against the ropes. Something Arturo Gatti did against Mickey Ward in their first fight. I think it was their first fight. Limon has the momentum here. Nice upper. I really like that right uppercut from Limon, followed up by that straight left. Nice left uppercut to the body. Jeez, I got out. Oh. 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 I still give this round to Limon. I think he did the better work. I give the 9th round to Chacon. I think he won it pretty clearly. Here he's coming back a little bit stronger. Limon is giving up the end of each round. So Limon does really good in the beginning and middle of the round, and then he lets Chacon come by at the end of the round, and then he might give off some rounds just by doing that. He has to stay moving like that, especially at the end of the rounds, to kind of clearly win the round and not give Chacon a spurt. Round 12. It's crazy that these guys did this for 15 rounds. Limon is one awkward guy. They're both kind of awkward. None of them are textbook, but I'd say Chacon is a little bit closer to textbook fighter than a lot closer than what Limon is. Limon is one awkward fighter, but he gets it to work. But both fighters are still pretty awkward. Not your average boxing fight. There's that right hand by Chacon. I gotta say, I think Limon has been doing better on the countering side of things. He does do a little bit better when he attacks, but his counters are pretty good. Chacon is doing better when he attacks. I like how Limon's flicking that jab in Chacon's eyes right now, keeping him busy so he doesn't throw that lead right hand and move in. Nice right hand though by Chacon. Nice right hand again. Nice right to the body. Nice uppercut. Nice jabs. Very active with the jab. See, he's really controlling the fight with the jab. Chacon landed a good right hand there, but Limon was doing pretty good for the first half of this fight. I would say with his active jab, that jab doesn't have to be as hard as the other jabs, but he's just keeping it working, keeping Chacon at the end of his jab and keeping him busy. Now he's trying to rush in. Like I said, Chacon has the better defense when he's on the ropes. Nice right hand by Chacon again. Nice 1-2 by Limon. Uppercut. I can't keep up saying what they're doing. They're doing a lot. I don't know who's yelling outside. Sorry if you guys hear that. It's the neighbors. Nice uppercut by Limon. It was either an uppercut or a straight left. Let's see if Limon gives away the end of this round, or if he keeps the pressure up and keeps Chacon from moving in. Let's see. As I said that, Chacon comes in with two beautiful right hands. Limon comes back, but the fight is still in the middle of the ring. Not like the other rounds where Limon sits on the ropes for the last 30 seconds. Now he has Chacon against the ropes. Nice right hand by Chacon. Better ending of the round for Limon. He didn't give it away like the other rounds. And they just fought that hard for those many rounds, and now they still got 13, 14, 15 left. These guys are insane. Limon against the ropes. Throws a big uppercut that misses. Steps in with the jab. These two guys are really, really tough. It's really hard to... I got Limon winning the fight, though. I give him more rounds than Chacon. When Chacon is doing good, he's doing really good, but he's not doing it often. He's doing it at times of the fight, but not in consecutive rounds. He'll have one round where he does really good, and then Limon gets back on track and wins the next 1 or 2 rounds. Limon moving forward now. Nice jab right there, stiff jab. I want to see him keep flicking that jab, though. Keep Chacon away from him, and then move in when he wants to. Nice jab from both fighters. That left hand looks like it might have skimmed to the side. Nice body shot by Chacon. Moving in. Let's see if he does really good, then he steps away. I'm not sure why he's doing that. It's not like he's trying to counter or something. He might be tired. He's just trying to throw a couple punches and move away, but I doubt that's the reason. It might just be something that's built into him to land some punches and then move back. Nice right hand. Instead of moving back, step to the side and come back with something else, or make your opponent turn and then catch him with something. But don't just punch and then step right back in a straight line. You make it really easier for your opponent to find you again after you just landed your punches. Chacon landed some good right hands right there. Some right hands to the body before that. Now Limon is the one doing most of the holding. They're not holding much, not even close to other fighters. But when there is holding, it looks like Limon is starting the holding. Nice left hand by Limon. Oh, what happened right there? Let's see. right hand. Still throws that left hand, but gets knocked off balance. Oh, these guys are going at it. These guys. 13th round. 13th round. You see guys talking about strength and conditioning, weightlifting, chambers, and these guys did none of that, and they're still going strong in the 13th round. Let's see what happens right here. Nice right hand by Chacon. Jelly legs from Limon. Let's see what happens. Holds on. So like I said, the holding is initiated by Limon, and now he gave away the end of this round also. Not many punches from Limon in the last 30 seconds, just holding and moving, trying to get out of danger. Save some energy for the next round, I guess, or he's really hurt because his legs were shaking a couple seconds ago. He could barely walk back to his corner. So I think Chacon he's closing the fight a lot stronger than Limon. Right there, Limon is trying to hold. Maybe he thinks he won the fight and he doesn't want to exchange anymore. I think he's just really tired at this point, or he's pretty hurt. But he keeps on throwing nonetheless. There you see Chacon steps away after being on the inside. These guys are going at it. He's going to step away again. So he kind of throws a combination, then steps away, even when sometimes he has Limon on the ropes. Nice counters by Limon. These guys are dead tired in the 14th round. Who's fighting? No one's fighting 14th round now, obviously. But those body shots, even if they miss, they back up Chacon that was trying to go after Limon. Limon going for the headlock. He's pretty tired. Nice right hand by Chacon. I think this fight's up for grabs right at this point. This is their fourth fight, so both guys know each other very, very well. So, like I said, it's like having your sparring partner that you always spar with. Eventually, you guys learn each other very well. So these guys know each other pretty good. Ooh, nice body shots. Nice left hand by Limon. Does he have the energy to chase him back? 14th round, 1 minute and a half left. I think Chacon, his nose is broken. Limon keeps coming forward. He's letting them fly. I feel like Chacon's going to land a big right hand. Is he going to do it? Oh, he's coming forward. Oh, nice right hand. Oh, nice right hand. To the body. Limon holding on. Chacon's still working. Oh, this is a crazy fight. Oh, nice right hand. Nice right. Oh. Nice work by Chacon. But then he backs away. Comes in with that right hand. Then backs away. Oh, nice right hand. I could see why he's backing away, maybe because he wants to keep landing that straight right. He doesn't want to just fight on the inside because Limon has some pretty good body shots on the inside. Or they're not good technically, but they're landing pretty good. He has a lot of power in his body shots. I got to rewind this real quick. Nice right hand by Chacon. So I guess that's why he's stepping back a little bit more. Nice jabs by Limon. Maybe he wants to get space for his right hand. Someone's mouth guard just fell, or something fell in the ring. Let's see what happened right here. Oh no, he missed. Limon just stepped away.
We're going to the 15th round. I thought for a moment that Bazooka Limon's corner was going to wave it off and say that's enough. But he said no. And he's back out there. find something to stop Chacon and keep his super featherweight championship. Bobby Chacon has fought this fight almost as a man possessed. It has been the right-hand lead. Bobby Chacon, that has been his biggest weapon. And in the later rounds, he's been able to load it up and make combinations to the left and the right. And 3 times he has almost had the champion down. Chacon down twice for 8 counts. One of them he was stunned. Look out for that big left. It was that punch that put Chacon down twice in the 3rd and the 10th round. There's the right hand, and another right hand by Bobby Chacon, and a hard left hook by Chacon. Leading from the nose since the 4th round. A cut caused by a butt. The cut has not really bothered him. Half a round to go. In their first meeting, Limon took a split decision. In their second meeting, a technical 7-round draw. Under California rules, a cut stopped it. In their third meeting, it was Chacon who took a 10-round split decision. The cleaner, more precise blows now belong to Bobby Chacon. Fight still reasonably close. Sure, on the scorecard. Left hand by Limon. And now Bobby Chacon gets out of there. Less than a half minute to go. Chacon knocks him flat with a hard right hand with 13 seconds to go in the fight. Bazooka getting up very slowly. Very slowly. Takes a look at him. He wants to finish the fight. He knows he's in trouble. And the fight is over. So Bobby Chacon almost had the champion.